those on the front line fighting against the COVID-19 outbreak. The flyover is going to go over Moses Lake, Yakima, Tri-Cities, Coeur d'Alene, and Spokane. So if you're along that flight path, you can kind of expect more jet noise, and that should begin about noon today, according to CREM there. So just if you see those planes, that's kind of what's going on there.
All right. That's kind of cool.
Yes. And switching to even more local news, we got notice yesterday or the day before that the Music on the Mountain concert that's usually up there at the Chewilla Peak Learning Center is going to be canceled for its May 16th date. For obvious reasons, you can't have gatherings or anything like that. Due to the scheduling, I mean, you're dealing with, a symphony that have limited weekends they can perform on and things like that. So they're not going to be able to reschedule for September, October. It's just to get the Gonzaga Symphony. That is going to be difficult at that point. We don't even know if Gonzaga is going to be in school at that point. So the Chewilla Arts Guild has kind of canceled the event for this year, but much like Chautauqua, it will be back in 2021, and they have the symphony contracted for 2021 and 2022.
All right. And a thing to point out, too, is nonprofit groups like that. That is a major fundraising event for them each year, too. So that kind of hurts, too, because it's a way that they bring a portion of money into their group.
Yes, correct there. And that's just, it's a bummer. You hate seeing it. But again, there's not much we can do. I mean, there really isn't there.
Yep. All right. Anything else?
Let's just kind of go down the list here. I have a list, Scott.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
But it looks like that we're kind of bummed, right, with the lack of sports, especially high school sports.
Mm-hmm.
But the spokesman review is reporting that the Legion, Washington, is thinking about having an unofficial Legion baseball season once they can kind of get into that reopening phase. But it would probably be smaller and just kind of not an official Legion season, just get some kids playing out there for a 20-game schedule or something like that. So that could be happening. We just kind of have to wait and see. It's just there's, again, not a whole lot you can do until we hit those reopening parameters there. Which, by the way, we've kind of been talking about reopening in Washington and Stevens County. May 11th is going to be the big date for us because that's when we'll be hoping that there's no more COVID cases being reported in Stevens County. And then all three counties will be able to move into phase 2 of the reopening list, I guess, or whatever you call it there. So that'll be kind of just more businesses can open, more activities can kind of be carried out. So we're kind of sitting, just waiting. It's kind of weird. It feels like we're grounded, doesn't it?
It does. And all I can say is keep being good. Keep being good. Keep washing your hands. Keep social distancing. Let's make it.
Yes, let's make it there. And let's talk a little bit just about the job market right now. It's just one of those things that we're going to have to consider. Is there a bit of good news in this? So first off, the U.S. unemployment rate hit 14.7% in April, which is the highest rate since the Great Depression. So it's not a great number, obviously, but one of the silver lining in that is roughly 90% of those in the report are considered temporary layoffs. So that number is inflated. I know that doesn't help the people who don't have a job or an income right now, but they do kind of expect or classify those to come back. So that's kind of good news. There's been some talk about, hey, some of these jobs aren't going to be coming back once we get that reopen order, and that is true. There's going to be some contraction and things like that. But I do want to point out a little silver lining is those unemployment numbers are inflated for obvious reasons there.
Definitely, and my daughter was one of those that as they were pushing people out the door for the COVID-19, said your position, won't. That's happening. That your position won't be there when we come back. That they already knew. So that kind of stuff's happening.
Yeah, and that's kind of just an interesting way to look at it. In terms, I imagine some businesses are looking to trim anyways, kind of deal. So. This gives them an excuse as well to kind of trim there.
Yeah, and a good one. Unfortunately,
the Chula Golf and Country Club is now open. I don't know if people realize that there was actually quite a few businesses that were able to open a little bit after that May 5th date, and the golf course was one of them. There, I believe the Colville Golf Course is also open. There are some limitations. You can only have twosomes, or if you have 4 people, you all have to be from the same household, kind of deal. So those are some of the restrictions there. But it is kind of interesting just to see some hints of normal life kind of coming back there.
Yeah. A great excuse to grab your family member and go golf, right? And then I know,
right, and there's going to be nobody else like waiting in the woods to see how bad a golfer you are.
That's right. And I know too that they sponsor programming, and I got an update yesterday that they've also opened the restaurant now up there 7 days a week. For to-go orders. So like Monday through Thursday. And that's important for the people that, I'm glad they did that. It's important for the people that live up there, especially with what's going on. And they are doing like on Monday through Thursday, they're open from 8 a.m. until the pro shop closes. So they're gonna base it on. And then Friday through Sunday, it's 8 to 7, I believe. So there's a new announcement coming, but I believe that's so they've got that open up there too, and then that kind of goes right into most of our restaurants are open, and Mike had a great thing on Wednesday that if you just spent $20 a week, he had all the stats, and went to a different restaurant every week, and everybody just spent $20, how much it would spur that part of the economy and those people that are working.
All right. And, we kind of talked to Joan about local farmers and things about that. But what about our local restaurants who have really stepped up their game to some of the specials and things that they do? Are really
Sporty's started delivering.
Really? Well, see, that's great too. So that's awesome. And I don't know. It's one of those things that, I did eat out a fair amount before this, but now it's kind of like, I didn't realize they had this menu item. I'm going to try this, and it's really good. So I would say kind of play around with it, see what I've already tried, and I'm in love with Sporty's Taco Tuesdays because they're delicious tacos and they're cheap. And then also Monica's does their Waffle Wednesdays, which I enjoy. Anytime you can theme a day over it, it's just fantastic. And anything with waffles, I enjoy.
Oh, all right. Well, we know where to find you in the mornings.
Yes, eating waffles.
Yes. All right. What else?
What else? That's what I got for now. If something pops in my head, just let me know.
All right. Local birthdays, I can weave those in here and take us out all through the weekend. And maybe you know this family because I never know how to pronounce the last name. If it's Buck or like Buick, it's Beuck. Have you seen that name in the community before? It comes up,
but I don't know how I mispronounce everybody's name.
So it's Hunter's birthday. Hunter, and I spelt his last name, but I'll say Buick. Sorry if I got that wrong, Hunter. But you've got a last name like mine, Schlafman. It's not easy for people to look at and pronounce. So, all right. And then on Saturday we've got Rose Bender and Wanda Danford. Mother's Day we have Lily Fuller, Tom Brook, Bob Lauer, Carl Ullman all having birthdays. And then on Monday, since I call it Corona Monday, I just don't do anything. Somebody asked me the other day, said, what days are your morning shows on? And I said, Tuesday through Friday. I work for free.
Yeah, exactly. And you take Mondays off.
And I take Mondays off, yes. And on Monday, we have Travis Lane and Debbie Husby. There you go. You know,
right.
You know them, you love them. You might not see them around town, so you should go look them up on Facebook and say, happy birthday. And while you're there, swing by Brandon's Facebook page and tell him congratulations for getting married and eloping.
Oh,
All right. Can you tell us where you went? Is it safe?
yeah, just one of the day use beaches in Lake Roosevelt there, which were open, and it just gives us enough space and stuff to kind of to do that. I had to do some research to make sure what we were doing was okay. Pulled it off. I'm not in jail. So
all right. Yeah, that'd be that'd be kind of a memory though. Remember when we were getting married and we got arrested and you looked at me in the cop car and said, I can't believe I did this. All right. Do you have Interprep open? Do you have any local celebrity birthdays for us today?
Yes, I do. So birthdays today for celebrities. Pittsburgh Steelers former coach Bill Cowher is 63. Melissa Gilbert from Little House on the Prairie is 56. Matt Davis from The Vampire Diaries is 42. Domhnall Gleeson, he's from Star Wars, Harry Potter, and Ex Machina is 37. And Julia Whelan from Once and Again is 36.
All right, moving on to It Happened Today, a little bit of history. We'll start off in 1847. For the 8th of May, we have Robert Thompson patenting rubber tires, which he called air wheels.
Now, were those, did those have tubes? You know what I mean? Like, because weren't they solid rubber to begin with?
I have no idea. That's a piece of trivia they're not sharing here and knowledge that Scott doesn't have.
Okay, because I always thought the tires first started out where it was just a rubber tire. There wasn't an air tube in it or anything like that. That's something we figured out later, I guess.
Well, actually, my dad said when he started driving, all the tires were a cement, rock.
Oh, they were? Oh,
no, I'm kidding. That's Flintstones.
Oh, okay. Well, dang it, Scott. You're killing me.
I'm throwing you off. It wasn't even a good joke.
Okay.
On to 1886, pharmacist John Stith Pemberton invented a carbonated beverage that would later be named Coca-Cola.
1886?
1886, Coca-Cola. And back then, remember, it had the real Coke in it.
Yeah, it had something in it there.
Yes, it was a morning pick-me-up.
Yeah.
That might have put you in the hospital. All right, 1945, President Harry S. Truman announced in a radio address that World War II had ended in Europe. It was May 8th, and it was called VE Day. Right.
Yes, correct.
1977, county commissioners in Park County voted Buck Naked, Texas out of existence. They decided that Buck Naked's road signs caused too many misunderstandings.
What were those misunderstandings? I want to know.
Oh, one of the worst ones was the Buck Naked School District.
Yeah.
All sorts of things.
That was a fun team to have in the league, though.
Yeah. The Buck Naked Farmers Market.
Yeah. That would cause some confusion.
And driving through town was the best because, of course, it was the Buck Naked Police Department.
Yeah. Oh, boy.
Come on, you got one?
I don't have one, but you can keep going if you want to.
Hey, you know what you would be doing if you lived there, Brandon?
What?
You would be delivering the Buck Naked News.
Yeah. The Buck Naked Bugle. That would be the name of the newspaper.
All right. Residents had originally chosen the name as a joke.
Oh, really?
Yeah. On to 1987, Gary Hart dogged by questions about his personal life, withdrew from the race for the Democratic presidential nomination. Yes, it was embarrassing.
Remember when people stopped their campaign with questions about their personal life? Remember when that happened? Way back when.
Yeah. No.
Now everybody asks questions, and we're just like, yeah, whatever.
Everybody, and you can't run for a big public office without being accused of something.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy. All the choices we have now, too.
And you're like, oops, I forgot about that skeleton in my closet. All right, 1980. He didn't think that was funny. 1989, 23-year-old University of Kansas student died from injuries suffered when a soft drink machine fell on him. He had rocked the soft machine after it took his money and didn't release a drink. And that is a warning not to shake soft drink machines.
Yeah.
Especially if you're like me and short. All right, to the 2010 last piece of Yankee Stadium fell in the Bronx, New York, marking the end of a 2-year demolition process. And then 2018, largest ever wave at 78 feet was recorded in the South Hemisphere at Campbell Island by New Zealand scientists.
Well, that's terrifying there.
Unless you're like a really good surfer.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they'd be going, wow. All right, special events. We call these goofy holidays sometimes, and sometimes there's some serious ones in there. But we go to Brandon Hanson.
All right. As you had said, kind of in the It Happened Today. Today is Victory in Europe Day for World War II. It's also Child Care Provider Day, Fantastic Fridays, Military Spouse Appreciation Day, No Socks Day, and Coconut Cream Pie Day.
And I don't advise participating in No Socks Day. I think that's just a bad idea if you're at work.
Yeah, that's a terrible idea.
Yeah. And you said Fantastic Friday. That's a day to give sharks a voice.
Yeah, apparently. That's kind of an odd... I don't think sharks speak is the issue.
Yeah, give sharks a voice. They think they're misunderstood. I don't know. If I'm swimming and I see a fin, I scream.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, we missed a couple celebrity birthdays. They here on Saturday. Musical guy Billy Joel turning 71.
Hey, how about that there?
Wow. And looks like you got some more goofy holidays there for the weekend.
Yeah, so Saturday is Mother Ocean Day, Archery Day, Babysitter's Day, Dog Mom's Day, Miniature Golf Day, Windmill Day, World Belly Dancing Day.
That's especially important. Yeah, that's me.
Shrimp Day and Foodies Day.
Sunday, it's musician Bono's birthday. He's turning 60. And then, let's see, who else do I know here? Funny man, Kenan Thompson. He's a funny guy turning 42.
Oh, and don't forget Sunday is Mother's Day. Do not forget that.
Yes. Clean your room day, too. And we go to Brandon's for this Liver and Onions Day. Well, I should say we used to go to Brandon's for that.
That's gross.
It is disgusting.
I don't know why you did that, Scott.
I just, whenever I see that, all I can't get over is like the Hannibal Lecter movies, because that was that clip from it. I never watched them, but there was that clip. Yeah, about liver and yeah. All right. Let's see. Number for the day is 3 million, and that is the number of abandoned oil wells across the United States. Can I have one?
Just go there and scoop some oil out for your car.
Yeah, these are wells that do not have any ties to any solvent companies anymore. That's crazy. Or ties to anyone who's responsible for them. 3 million abandoned wells. How can we get one?
Well, and I wonder if that'll go up with the price of gas right now.
All right, we are headed toward the end of our day. I know you got a work day at the Independent. What is Friday? You get to go down. No way, it's Friday. You get to go down and cover the farmer's market and get paid for it, don't you?
It's a tough job, but somebody has to do it.
You're the man. All right, I'll give you your choice. We can do your choice. We can do odd news stories, or we can do trivia. Your choice.
Well, let's do news attack, Scott. I like these. So let's roll through. Can I start?
You can start. We're moving on to the news attack, and I think if we're gonna do it, we gotta play the theme.
Yes.
Or maybe some bacon on a biscuit and let's go. We're burning daylight.
It's the world of strange. A world gone wacky.
Out here, due process is a bullet.
And some of the scariest people on the planet.
I think you're bluffing. Be afraid.
You know, you look mighty pretty when you get mad.
It's your odd news on KCHW.
Just sit back and enjoy the show.
Ooh, our first one, we always start off with the news attack, and that is where the first part is true and the second part is an attempt at a bad joke or a lie or something close to that. I'll kick it off because he's already talked about it. Mother's Day is Sunday. Yes,
don't forget about that, people.
Yes, that's 3 words that will make your mom love you even more. Get ready. Monogrammed vegetable peeler. That's what I mailed. I mailed one to my mom.
Yeah, I'm sure people love that there.
Yeah, okay, maybe not. All right, Brandon.
Moving on, the information in a documentary called Plandemic, I've seen a lot of local people post this on their Facebook. It's so wrong. Like the info is so wrong. People are just mocking it. In fact, it's so wrong. Comedy Central plans to air the documentary. It's a joke.
So it's like a documentary full of fake news?
So here's the thing. I saw it being posted, and there's a couple of red flags in terms of, the first thing I was wondering is, how did they make this, it looked like well-produced documentary in just a couple of weeks that we've been locked down. It's been more than a couple of weeks, but it seemed like a pretty niche documentary there to be made during a lockdown. And then also, after doing some research, the doctor in it, credibility is not good at all. And then some people sent me some links that listed what was wrong in the documentary, and they're pages long. The info that's wrong is pages long. That's how much he kind of lied in the documentary there.
All right. So don't lean on that documentary called Plandemic.
Yeah, it's not that tough.
All right.
Really, it's not that tough. Just ignore random YouTube videos that pop up.
All right. Betty White is going to film a Christmas movie for Lifetime. I just realized she is the only actor in Hollywood that hasn't been in a Marvel movie.
Yet. Just yet. She'll be in there soon.
Okay.
Now, with this COVID stuff, Mother's Day spending will be way down this year. But whatever you do, don't say this in front of Mom. That just means more money to spend on Dad for Father's Day.
Oh, National Football League will have a Christmas Day game. Watch out. Easter, the NFL is coming for you next.
Yeah, geez. Yeah, I don't know why. I know they've had the Christmas Eve game, but I don't know why they do a Christmas Day game.
Money.
Yeah, I don't. What? Money?
Money.
Yeah, that's true.
It's your turn, buddy.
Is it?
Yeah. Isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it is.
It is.
So the White House staff will be tested daily for coronavirus after someone who's been in close proximity to the president tested positive for the disease.
Really? Are you going to say the joke?
Well, close proximity means he or she could actually see Trump's thumbs move as he tweeted.
All right. Astronomers have found the closest black hole to Earth. And strangely enough, it's got all of our left socks.
That's crazy. That's awesome. That's not good, right? The closest black Earth to whole Earth.
Yeah. They found it.
Is this another thing for 2020 we can throw up on the heap?
Yes, it is. They did. Yesterday it came out. They found the closest black hole to Earth. Yeah. The whole socks thing was a joke, though.
Well, I get that. I kind of wish that's where all the socks were. Moving on, the Dallas salon owner who violated an order to close has been let out of jail.
Aw.
Yeah, but not before doing 7 manicures and pedicures on her jailhouse sisters.
Yo, come on over. The ringing cell phones of pregnant women startle their fetuses. Yo, wake up in there. What I'd like to know is where in the world on their bodies are these women carrying their phones?
No, that's true. Yeah, that's kind of interesting.
Could you imagine, though, if you're like a 7-month-old baby and you're all in there all floating around and happy, and then all of a sudden, ring, 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 ring.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
Each year, Americans commuting to work lose over 3 billion hours sitting in traffic delays. Wow. So that's a bright spot for all this. Fewer hours wasted in traffic because we're all doing this video Zooming kind of deal.
Spending more time there, right?
Yes,
all
exactly.
Right. Moving on, we'll see wacky but true. Some dumb criminals out there. Officers in New Delhi called to a bank ATM on Wednesday after someone found a cash machine with the front torn off, although nothing had been apparently taken. Suspecting a botched robbery, cops reviewed security footage discovered that a curious primate had hopped onto the ATM and tugged away before uncovering the hardware inside. How the monkey was able to access the ATM behind a glass wall and a locked door is yet to be determined.
Wow, that's awesome. A monkey, huh?
Sneaky little hobbitses.
A Vermont, the state, faces charges after police says he went into a Dunkin' Donuts store without his pants. People are complaining about wearing masks. This guy didn't have pants. Police say 39-year-old Benjamin Stearman went into the store and exposed himself to the clerk.
Well, maybe he didn't know they had removed the signs and changed the name of Buck Naked, Texas.
Yeah, exactly. Oh boy, yeah, that's that's something you don't want to dip in the coffee there.
Thank you. Emmanuel Toner went into a gas station in Canada to get a receipt for the gas he just pumped. He thought he'd be fast enough that he could leave his engine running, but when he came back out about 30 seconds later, his pickup gone. Police set off in pursuit, while Toner followed his dad's suggestion and got in his personal helicopter.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Got one of those sitting around.
All right. Does that sound like a helicopter?
Yeah, no, I don't know what that sounds like.
Okay.
It's scary, though.
No? All right. Through reports coming on Facebook and Toner's information relayed to officers on the ground, police were able to get a spike strip in front of the truck, and Toner watched as Mounties captured the thief, the car thief.
That's awesome.
That is awesome.
I wish I had a spare helicopter I could do that.
Yeah, because, how often do you get to see karma or anything like that happen that quickly? That's pretty weird. That's
true. And he got his truck back, so.
Yeah, but he's going to need who's going to pay for the tires?
Yeah, I don't know.
You know what?
Did you have something, Scott?
Yeah, I was going to say, on the back side of that, couldn't you go after the police for popping your tires?
I don't know if they're liable for that, though.
All right. I do have a sound effect for this one.
Revenge is a feast best served immediately.
Especially if you got a chopper. All right, take us out of this one.
We're in Indiana. Indiana state troopers spotted a red Mustang traveling at well above the speed limit. After radar indicated it was going 120 miles per hour in a 70 miles per hour zone, they gave chase. The high-speed pursuit went for 25 miles until officers used stop sticks to end it. What are stop sticks?
I think those are spike strips, and they just messed them up.
Oh, you think so?
I think so.
I think stop sticks cracks me up. What are stop sticks? That's the best part.
Those don't scare me.
I don't know. I can't get over that. During the arrest, the 25-year-old man allegedly told the officers he didn't stop because he thought they wanted to race.
I'm using that the next time I get pulled over.
Yeah. Just tell Chief Burroughs that. I thought you wanted to race.
Hell, you could say that 10,000 times and it still wouldn't be enough.
It fires me up, man.
I love it. Say it one more time.
Shake and bake!
Does that feel good?
Yeah, it rhymes. They're both verbs. Awesome.
All right, I'm going to try it. I got the car out for the summer.
All right. Just watch out for the stop sticks.
The stop sticks. All right. Just as we wrap up things, a few reminders for today, and that is our farmers market opening up at 11, going until 3:30. You will be required to do social distancing, but it's a total awesome, almost turn back to reality. Also, I want to remind people that we've been doing our program with the libraries of Stevens County, and of course, that master storyteller Brian Tidwell and Children's Reading Radio. This is happening every night at 8 through next Friday. That includes this weekend. So you have an episode tonight at 8, Saturday, and Sunday as well. It's a great time for you to get together with the kids and enjoy a great story. It's Miss Frisbee and the Rats of Nim, and it's told by our own library manager, Brian Tidwell. We spent lots of hours producing this and getting permission from the artist, and it's just a little thing we're doing during lockdown, and it's all made possible by a grant from our Chihuahua Kiwanis. So if you know any of the Kiwanians, be sure and pat pat them on the back and tell you thank you as well. Check out the program, and please, in order for us to get more grants, we need comments on these too. If you like it, please post a comment for us on our Facebook page. We've got a story on it right there. Let's see. Other than that, tonight we've got our Friday Chill programming, and that includes a great eclectic roots program called Out of the Woods with Americana music. We follow that up at 8 with another cool show. It's called The Acoustic Cafe, and of course, it's all unplugged. And that'll take you to about 10 o'clock tonight, and then we have rock on the radio. What's up with Brandon Hanson in the newspaper?
Oh, what's up in the newspaper?
Yeah,
Just some normal. We do have a big story on the Chautauqua event being canceled. Some other items about the Safeway robbery, along with some other tidbits, feature on the farmers market opening, and just some other things you can kind of find in there.
All right. And other than that, I'll give myself, Scott Allen, and you are?
Brandon Hanson.
Newly married Brandon Hanson. Thanks for joining me this morning, Brandon.
Thank you.
And congratulations to you and Morgan. Again, one last round of applause. Other than that, we want you to be safe and enjoy a beautiful weekend coming our way. And me and Brandon would like to leave you with this.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Yeah, I mean, his shenanigans are cruel and tragic.
Which makes them not shenanigans at all, really. Evil shenanigans.
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Hey, Farva, what's the name of that restaurant you like with all the mozzarella sticks? You mean shenanigans? No! You're talking about shenanigans, right?
Put those away!
All right, buddy, you have a great weekend.